tubers, MIGMATIS Golf. I'm here with my dad. He was making that creaky noise. Sorry, he's erupting in the video. And this is about golf. So when you play golf, your club has to be straight at the angle. You hold it like this, up, and then you face it down, and there goes the ball. So see these directions? These are compromised to the directions, okay? So this is how you concentrate. Right on time. Bye, tubers.
Hey tubers, MIGMATIS Golf. Well, here we are with another edition of Read to Improve. I'm going to start off by chastising a few of you because I think this is book number 12. And I think I've told you before, I've read, I'm pretty sure, over 100 golf books. You know, some of them terrible, some of them really good, and I'm trying to bring you the ones that I think will have the most benefit or the quickest impact on you improving your game. And we're up to book number 12, as I said, and I'm going to chastise you because a lot of you always want the quick fix, okay? You want the one little tip that's going to improve your golf game overnight, and those quick fixes just don't exist, okay? I've tried different quick fixes and none of them work. And if you take any other area in life, any area where there's a bit of expertise, take your own job, your own life, look at what you're good at, and if you analyze that, you'll realize it wasn't a quick tip that made you good. It was a deep understanding, a lot of studying, a lot of practice. It was all of those things combined. You're a professional, okay? You've been doing this your whole life, and you deeply understand the subject material. Golf's no different, okay? You need to understand all the various elements in the golf swing in order to truly be able to put them into practice. So we're on to book number 12. This one's a pretty important one, but I just wanted to quickly tell you that you need to be reading all these books. They're mostly quick reads. They don't take much time, probably only like an hour to 2 hours, so you can read them in one evening. But it's important that you understand all the different elements in them so that you can apply them in your golf swing. The brain is incapable of applying something unless it fully understands it. I'm going to take a quick break because my daughter's just creeping in here. Come say hello, Emmy. Say hello.
Hello.
No, look at the camera, say hello.
What are you doing?
Come over here. Look.
I'm hilarious.
There it is. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, all right, we'll take a break.
Hello, McFly. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry about that. In fact, that was probably a good thing that my daughter interrupted because I was banging on a bit, and I don't want to come across as a pesterer. Anyway, moral of the story is you're not going to get better unless you read these books, understand them all, understand the material and the concepts in them, and then that will allow your brain to interpret them and physically allow your muscles to achieve what you're trying to achieve. If you don't understand them, then how do you expect your body to respond? So that's that. Anyway, so let's move on to the book. Sorry, I lost my voice a bit the last couple of days, but so here we go. Bobby Clampett's The Impact Zone. Super important book. Why? Because the way that the golf club strikes the golf ball is widely misunderstood, okay? Especially amongst amateurs. They really don't understand what happens, the interaction between the club face and the golf ball. Club face, golf ball. at impact. Okay, now I guess to condense this book into just a few sentences, it would be that Bobby explains that a good divot or a good impact happens when the bottom of the swing arc, the very bottom of the swing arc, is roughly 4 inches on the target side of the ball. Okay, so 4 inches out in front of the ball. Okay, that is a good strike. So let me just explain why. If your swing arc is roughly, the bottom of a circle, you're going to get a low point somewhere. A low point where it actually contacts the ground. Okay? Now, a lot of us think, well, that low point has to be right at the ball. So if I find a ball here, if this is my ball, and the ground is just here, we think that the low point of the swing has to be right at the ball and the club keeps coming up. No, my friends, that's completely wrong. The truth of the matter is your low point wants to be, if I'm hitting the ball this way, it wants to be 4 inches somewhere here on that side of the ball. Okay? Which means I'm going to contact the ball as the club's moving down, go into the ground, come back out of the ground, but the lowest point in the ground is approximately 4 inches beyond the ball. Okay, now you'll hear a lot of golf instruction talk about, to make the ball go up, you got to hit down on the ball. Okay, now that's a simplified way of explaining that there needs to be a downward strike on the ball. But what that gets a lot of amateurs doing is, banging down, chopping down on that ball. And all they're doing is they're just forcing the club to come in really steep. And so the arc is shifted. And so the real bottom of the arc would be a foot underground. Okay, now that's not what you want. What you really want is you want to shift the bottom of the arc just in front of the ball. It's still a nice shallow arc, but it's just shifted towards the target side so that you come in, you strike the ball nicely, just slightly as the club is coming towards the bottom of its arc. Ball takes off in the air. After the ball, the club goes into the ground, comes back out in a shallow divot. Okay, so we're not going to dwell on that. I'm going to show you a quick picture of all the things that can go wrong with the golf, the bottom of the swing arc. So if you see here, top corner there, you can see the swing arc is too far behind the ball. Okay, I hope you can see that. Too far behind the ball. That's when you get your chunk or your fat. Okay, you'll hit ground before the ball. Okay, then you get this guy here where you've shifted it so far forward that you clip the top of the ball. Okay, and then you'll get a top out of that. That's one way of topping the ball. Top number 2 is that the bottom of the swing arc is way behind the ball, but you never actually make contact with the ground, and you actually make contact with the ball back on the way up as the club is moving back up, and then you clip the top of the ball, you'll top it as well. Your perfect scenario is right here as I explained. Okay, the arc comes down, hits the bottom of the ball, then after the ball, it goes into the ground. The swing arc is about 4 inches in front of the ball, and then the club moves back up. Okay, so I said it was going to be brief. That wasn't necessarily brief, but Bobby Clampett's Impact Zone talks all about this. Okay, gets you to understand the concepts, gets you to understand how to achieve that. Okay, how to strike the ball well. Unless you understand that, you'll never be a consistent golfer. You'll never put spin on the ball. You'll never be able to control the trajectory and the flight of the ball. You need to contact ball first, bottom of the swing arc 4 inches beyond the ball. Quick little Brucey bonus from me is if when you're hitting shots off the tee on your par threes, or even with your fairway woods or something, if your tee looks like that, you haven't done it right. Okay, a lot of our tees look like that. That's normally because our club has contacted the tee. It's kind of broken. Okay, that's a good clue that you're not doing it correct. You might get a great shot out of it, but you're not doing it correctly. Okay, the tee really only sticks up above the ground about that much on your par threes with your irons and stuff. If your ball's sat above it, ideally you should never get anywhere near the tee. You should make contact there, just miss the top of the tee, go into the ground. Okay, so if your tees look like this, you is not doing it properly, mate. Alright, so that's enough from me. One last time, Bobby Clampett's The Impact Zone. Fantastic book for understanding the concept of striking the golf ball correctly, where the bottom of the swing arc needs to be, how to get there. Read it. It's got great pictures, illustrations. It's very well written. Read this book. It will help you immensely. All right, folks, that's enough from me. MIGMATIS Golf signing off. See you again soon with another video.